Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, if I could kindly request, humbly request that everybody just remain seated for our next 10 minutes. We have a very special katira. I want to invite Imam Fletcher and his father to come up here from Spanish Islam. While they're making their way up here, two quick reminders on this weekend. We have the Denton Cemetery fundraising tomorrow at the Crucible Banquet. It's going to be after Maghrib. And also we have the professional networking for ICC at the gym Sunday from 2 to 4:30, inshallah.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I know that mashallah today is Isha and it's during the week, but you know that alhamdulillah maybe this is the first time you ever get the experience of hearing a short narrative of what it actually looks like for a son to give shahada to a father. Okay? See, the people are leaving, they turned around and said, what is this? Okay? Alhamdulillah, across the street here at Crystal Hall, we have an event on Saturday, along with Sheikh Omar Suleiman. And as many of you know, Islam in Spanish is an organization that started, right after September 11th. Abu Mujahid Fletcher, the person right next to me here, is my father. Well, we have a treat for you tonight, inshallah. If you have like 10 minutes, it's not going to be too long. But we wanted to share with you. We've only done this one time ever, and it was just last night at ICI. And today we're here in this community. Many people may not know why a person at the age of 57 years old, such as my father, Abu Mujahid, from Colombia and South America, what does it take for an individual who's from Latin America, has no roots whatsoever to the Muslim world, what leads a person at the age of 57 years old to embrace Islam? We want to share with you in a very personable, family-like approach to kind of give you the real sense of what happened. When I was 23 years old, alhamdulillah, when I found Islam and embraced Islam, Allah guided my father 3 months after to embrace Islam. We want to tell you just a little bit of what happens with people such as him, who may be living all over this area, so that you know the value of why we're opening the first Islam in Spanish Dallas Outreach Office on 635 and 75 right now in January. We already got the office, alhamdulillah. And so our event here on Saturday, inshallah, which we hope that you come to, we'll have people who embraced Islam from Chicago, from Houston, and from Dallas, that have all benefited from this work. But in a short period of time, inshallah, we promise no more than 10 minutes, we want to let you know how a person such as Abu Mujahid not only embraces Islam, but Allah made it easy for us to be able to do the first Quran in the Spanish language in his voice. We have produced over 500 audiobooks, and honestly, for many people who may know of this work, y'all think it was us all the way, maybe us doing the work as individuals, me personally, when I come to this community, but really it was, alhamdulillah, my father that really saw the need and encouraged each and every one of us to get involved. So inshallah, Sadaqa Jariyah, we hope, is with him. ¿Quiere pararse o quiere sentarse?
It's better. Assalamu alaikum. I have the microphone here. My Colombian name, Jaime Antonio Fletcher. In Arabic, Abu Mujahid Fletcher. He's Mujahid. And I am an agricultural engineer. A lot of experience like a national teacher in agriculture, okay, in Colombia. I have a lot of experience. In the United States, I came because I had my papers, my citizen, like a citizen. I came here, and immediately I was looking for the interior life. I was looking the real truth in my spiritual life. Why? Because I left the Catholic Church in Colombia at the age of 16 years old. My family, Fletcher, I was the 5th generation. All of them, including my father, They were reaching over their shoulders, the saint, the virgin, and I said, no, Father, I don't do that. This is idolatry.
So I'll explain a little bit of what happens. There were 5 generations of Fletcher family who were the carriers of the saints. So there's a city in Colombia where on Easter, there's a whole procession where people go, the honorable people, okay, of families, they have a lineage of carriers of saints. So the family that, the Fletcher family was a family that for many generations had been carrying the saints. And this is saints made out of bronze, some of them even gold. And my father at the age of 16 told my grandfather that he would not carry any saints.
Yeah.
And he would never do that because in his perception at the age of 16, it was idolatry. Okay? So imagine 5 generations, family does this, and you tell them, I'm not going to do that. Okay? ¿Puedes explicarles un poco el porqué?
Okay. I researched a lot of religions because I was looking the real truth. Can you tell me how many religions? All of them. I read and I learn about metaphysics, about the Rosicrucian, about the Mormons, about the Christians, about the different religions. For what? Because always, nobody teach me, but my father in my family, and I listen, my God is only one. But the Catholic Church, they said, we have 3. I never believed that. Jesus is the Son of God. I don't believe that. In another ways, I was researching the different religions. Like an agricultural engineer, one day I understood something like this. Do you know, show me your hands. How many of you enjoy the coffee? Oh, a lot of you. Do you know the technical name, the botanical name of coffee? Is coffee Arabica. The Muslims spread the coffee for the whole world. The coffee Arabica. In Colombia we have the best coffee in the world. And I know that. It's incredible, but I did one videotape because I found my son Mujahid give me one book. The writer was Fletcher. He said, he discovered that, it's a science, Muslims. The Muslims did the discovery of America before Christopher Columbus. That's true. And do you know how many words in our Spanish language we have from the Arabic? More than 4,000. 4,000 words. Dinero, camisa, pantalón, azúcar, 4,000. Incredible. Excuse me. I was born in Palmyra, and I was looking, Palmyra? From where? Do you know, I found Palmyra is a city of Syria. And I understand that I was researching about the different Muslims, but no one of the Muslims teach me about Islam. I was researching. In the United States, thanks my God, we have the freedom of religion. I found the way to go on, and one day he found Islam. He gave me the first Quran. He did the Shahada before me. When he gave me the Quran, Mujahid, give me something, show me that one person like me is doing that the Quran said. And he gave me the 40 hadiths. Do you know what happened? I understood that I was a Muslim long time ago, and nobody tell me. That's why, in other words, you will be surprised. No one of you teach me about Islam. No, I researched the true religion. My first CD, I did until now 550 CDs, audiobooks. I did 36 shows in the TV channel in Spanish, voice. and I did the only one Quran made in my voice in Spanish. The only one in the world made in Spanish. Inshallah. That's why I'm very happy. My son is a good leader. My son is now, he represents with me the founders of Islam in Spanish, and we are in front of you today inviting the community here to shake hands with Islam in Spanish, because we are doing something the next Saturday, opening an office in Dallas. That's why tonight I'm very happy too, because Allah is giving me another opportunity. In July the 15th, 2016, I received one stroke. Oh man, what happened? In the clinic, I was thinking about my life, and I was very, very happy because Allah gave me the good country, Colombia. I study like an agricultural engineer. I love my people. I love my family. Oh Allah, give me the opportunity to do something more with you. You know, now I am 73 years young, no old. I am 73 years old. But I am here because I need to be present, inshallah, this weekend, opening another Islam in Spanish office here in Dallas. You are invited.
MashaAllah.
Allahu Akbar, Assalamu Alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. MashaAllah, because the time was short here, over there, I kind of translated a little bit in between, but Jazakallah khair. In summary, we want you to know that there are people such as Abu Mujahid in your community, in this, city, and there are people that should be given a chance, such as himself. When I accepted Islam, I used to sit in the back of the mosque translating for him, because he didn't know the English language. And people in the masajid were not speaking Spanish. And when you look at the majority of masajid, there are no material in Spanish. And when you look at the indigenous people from these communities, before Muslims even came, many of them, this was all Mexico, right? So we have to give back to the people. And Latinos are embracing Islam more than any other ethnic group in America. And so we really invite you, inshallah, to come out. In the city of Houston, Texas, we opened up 2 years ago the first Spanish-speaking Islamic center. And in about a year and a half, 85 people embraced Islam. Alhamdulillah, we speak on CNN in Spanish, Telemundo, Univision, and anytime that Jalil here, who is behind the phone, our representative, Brother Jalil, raise your hand.
Brother Jalil.
Raise your hand. You can raise your hand. There you go. This guy, mashallah, somebody gave him an audio CD that was the first one that we made in my father's voice, called The Religion of Truth. That's how he found out about Islam. So Brother Jalil is a product, and he's also giving back. Alhamdulillah, yes, mashallah. So why we're coming here a few days before is for you to realize that our invitation to come across the street here to this beautiful event, you'll see stories of people's lives being transformed by the deen of Islam, but more importantly, we need to work with all the different communities so that, inshallah, Jalil can sit in an office that is centralized, where you can refer people who speak the Spanish language, because the brother, mashallah, he goes in and out of so many masajid and he can't cover all of them. So we're going to centralize in an office, and we really hope, inshallah, that all of you as a community get behind this, and we hope, inshallah, that we can سنتعاون على البر والتقوى, that we work together on all that is good and God conscious. Barakallahu feekum. We have a table right outside with some tickets that Jalil has. Okay. So he's saying, if you guys have any questions, but he's saying I should mention also my mother became Muslim 3 years after. Alhamdulillah. So my wife accepted Islam, my mother-in-law. Some of you that may have been here in the past, we've talked a little bit about this, but when my father became Muslim, there was no material, and he looked at me and told me, you're going to have to make this material. So you understand, when people become Muslim and they see a need, you have to do something about it. And so alhamdulillah, that brings us to this point where we come to communities such as yours.
Okay. 1 second. I remember you something when I discovered that the Muslims did the government in Spain between the 711 year until 1492, Christopher Columbus. Almost 800 years. They did the government in Spain. What happened when Spain, they said that they discovered Latin America? Man, which one is our heritage? Is Islam, not the Catholic Church. That's why if you help us, like Islam in Spanish, we try to enter the information to the whole Colombia. Do you understand that? 44 million people, because our heritage is Islam, not the Catholic Church.
MashaAllah. In Mexico, in Cuba, I got a chance to go with Sheikh Abdul Nasser Jangda to Cuba this last summer, when there was still the gap to travel. Now the gap is closed. But when we went there and I walked in, people, when they looked at me, they said, "Hey, Islam in Spanish. 12 years ago, I got a CD here in Cuba, and that's how I became Muslim." So Abdul Nasser was shocked, and I told him we sent pallets of this material that we produced here to Cuba about 12 years ago, and it was distributed by 600 Pakistani medical students from Pakistan. So whatever we've been able to do from America, alhamdulillah, is reaching places in Latin America. Traveled and done events with Dr. Walid Bassiouni and Muhammad Ali Berry from this community in Colombia, in Mexico. So whatever we're able to do together, inshallah, here in America can impact the Americas. And we're from the Western Hemisphere. We don't look back at a Muslim country to be our family lineage to look back and support of. Our support is you guys as a family, right? Any other organization has majority ethnic South Asian or Arab in the Muslim community. You will find that Islam has a unique, background, that we're looking back at the Muslims for the sake of Islam. It's not an ethnic situation. It's about dealing with the people. I'll end with this ayah, inshallah. This is what motivated us to call this project Islam in Spanish, this organization, where Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ لِيُبَيِّنَ لَهُمْ وَيُضِلُّ اللَّهُ مَن يَشَاءُ وَيَهْدِي مَن يَشَاءُ وَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Allah Azza wa Jal says, we have not sent the messenger except that he spoke the language of his people, in order that he may make the message clear for them. Then Allah guides whom He wills or leaves astray whom He wills, and He is the Almighty, the All-Wise. We've been given something which is the Spanish language, is the second most spoken language in the world, but here in America is also the second most spoken language. Inshallah, maybe you don't know Spanish, but by working together we can transmit this, alhamdulillah, the knowledge, and we hope inshallah Allah benefits each and every one of you. Jazakumullahu khairan. We'll be outside inshallah if you have any questions. Jazakumullahu khair. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Kajutaki.
What you summed up over there about dealing with this, you see what
Yes. Oh. Thank you, brother.
when I